One big reason, and Coach K would tell you this, one big reason for his success over the years is because of the people that he surrounded himself with. But I also believe he was a success because he was really innovative. You know, we were running the zoo offense when it was pretty much unheard of, some of the things that we were doing. So, but even the little things, like we had a team doctor before a lot of teams had a team doctor. As a matter of fact, one year at Ottawa University, we were on our way home, and the highway patrol came up behind. You know, we got all the buses, we're just cruising down the road, and the highway patrol pulled us over, trying to think what was going on, and they got on the bus and they said, "You left your team doctor back at Ottawa." And we said, we don't have a team doctor. And they said, "Dr. Kessinger, he's still back at the stadium." For someone that's always talking about being on time, you missed the bus there, of course. So. But like I said, he has surrounded his success, and he'll be the first to tell you this, is because he's surrounded himself with such good people. We're going to hear from a few of them right now. Keir Swisher is a Lindsborg native. He graduated in 1997. He was an All-American free safety. Is now the medical director of Salina Regional Health Center, the emergency department. He's here with his wife Ashley and 2 children. Please welcome Dr. Keir Swisher.
On more than one occasion, he's asked me for medical advice. And then I'm not breaking any healthcare privacy acts because he's never paid me for it, so I can reveal it. And he's told me about this gut-wrenching feeling he gets kind of in the deep part of his stomach. He's had on more than one occasion. And he normally gets it right when he steps up with his driver before he swings, and then he gets the gut-wrenching feeling as the ball goes left. And my dad is the one that made fun of his golf game earlier, so it's genetic, I believe. In all seriousness, it's true as an honor to be up here and talking to you folks, and to me this turnout is absolutely phenomenal. I grew up a block north of campus. I'm a third-generation Swede. My mom and dad met here. I met my wife here. And so many faces as I've seen you, and the folks I didn't play with here from 1999 to 2001. I recognize your faces from being on the sidelines as a ball boy, being in the stands with my dad watching games, and what a great turnout, and truly is representative of what Coach K represents, which is family. And so he has his blood family, which has given up so much for this program and so much of his time, and then he has our football family, and couldn't be prouder of our football family. So peaks and valleys, if there's anybody in the room that has not heard Coach talk about peaks and valleys, it is something that truly has helped me embody my medical practice. I work in the emergency department and see a lot of horrible things and a lot of great things. And whenever I see the horrible things, it truly is a valley for me. I give people horrible news, and it is a challenging part of my job. And it's at that point in time I both am thankful for Coach K and upset with him. I'm thankful for him because of what he taught me, how he taught me to act when you lose a game, and how you act with class, how you are a Christian first. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm bitter because I played free safety, not quarterback, and I think if he recognized my arm, I think Chris Ouellette, and I think I would have played quarterback and maybe played in the NFL instead of working night shifts and holidays. But I'm getting over that. I'm working on it. So I was talking with my spouse about what Bethany football represents to me, and I wanted to come up with one word, and I couldn't, so I came up with 3. And the words are respect, tradition, and family. So I was a biology major. I did not major in English, and so I'm stealing people's words, and I'm okay with that, and I'll sleep well tonight by doing so. And first I'm going to go to the Bible. Titus chapter 2, verse 7. "In everything set them an example by doing what is good. In your teaching show integrity, seriousness." So respect. I was a ball boy for 3 years. And I cannot remember if it was 1989 or 1990, but I was on the sidelines, and normally I was on Bethany's sideline. For some reason, I got put on the visitor sideline. We were playing Friends University, and it was raining. It was a downpour, a lot of rain, and it was the first time I've been on another sideline. And so I grew up with James Henderson as my middle school coach, who was a Bethany guy, Coach Gary Samba, who was my high school coach, and so they all coached and worked under Coach K, and truly, I think, represented what he represents. And so, we didn't use foul language. There was never fights at practice. It was all about respect and respecting each other. And in the first 5 minutes of being on Friends' sideline, I felt like I needed to go take a shower, and I learned new words, and I was 12 years old. And so never once did I experience that or feel that with Coach K. And not only did he talk about it and teach it, but he represented it. And so respect is something that I really feel like he expressed to us and taught us players how to show towards other people, not only on the football field, but in life. The second is tradition, and I'm going to brag on Coach K a lot right now. And I'm stealing Clint Eastwood's words. Respect your efforts, respect yourself. Self-respect leads to self-discipline. When you have both firmly under your belt, that is power. And so this doesn't take very long to elaborate on this. Coach K's career record, 219, 57, and 1, which is a winning percentage of 79.2%. Yeah, it's... I know he doesn't hit 79.2% of the greens he's going after when playing golf. So if you put that in comparison of other football programs, other great football programs, Bob Stoops, 79.2% success rate. Tom Osborne, 83.6%. And Newt Rockne, 88.1%. And then if you look at successful football programs throughout all divisions, all levels, since the history of football, there's only 40 programs, with a winning percentage of 79% or above. 40 in the history of football. So definitely I am honored and privileged to have been a part of that. So I'm lame on my teammates. Is anybody from the season of 2000 and 2001 here? If you can please raise your hands. So we had the indeed privilege, and now first of all, my medical practice is in Salina, and there's some college there that I have a lot of distaste for. I'm glad there's no graduates here, so I would probably say if they're here as well. But so we had the esteemed privilege of beating Kansas Wesleyan twice in 1 year, and I tried to look back through history, and I don't know if anybody else had that pure joy that we did. And the second time I think was appropriate, and that it was Coach K's 200th win, and it was in the American Family Charity Bowl. And I think the cool thing is that we beat them 7-6 on our home field in a lot of rain and mud. And I really think that Coach Dallas thought he could beat us, and they didn't. We won a second time, which was I think extra special. I think for Coach K to get his 200th victory against Kansas Wesleyan. The third is family, and to me this is what embodies all the people here. And every practice, at the end of every practice, we would all gather together and take a knee, and we would lift up anybody who was hurting, anybody that needed a prayer, anybody that had something going on in their life, other families. And so I'm going to steal some words from Maya Angelou, and she says, "I know that when I pray, something wonderful happens, not just to the person or persons for whom I'm praying, but also something wonderful happens to me. I'm grateful that I'm heard." Coach K, thanks for all that you've done. Really appreciate it.